right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's 8 o'clock, 22-minute yin yoga flow. Before we get started, I just want to make a brief announcement. This summer into the fall, we did a 120-day Qigong challenge. Not quite ready to do that just yet, but I'm going to do for the month of November a daily practice of gratitude, what I'm going to call the practice of now. And I think it's a really beautiful way to start the day. I need this for me I'm just in a state where I need to make sure I pause every morning and practice this art of gratitude. And so join me. It will be a lot like what we did in the 120-day Qigong challenge. But we will obviously be doing it focused on gratitude and only for the month of November. We will be doing them during the week at 7 a.m. And we will have the weekends off because I believe, as I learned in the 120-day Qigong challenge, we cultivate energy through other ways when we're off on the weekends, if that's how it is for you. If not, then you'll be able to use those 2 days to get caught up on some of the ones. So those days off that you have throughout the week, I want them to truly be days of rest and nourishment and other forms of cultivation, which is my recommendation. All right, let's get started. Bring our feet about shoulder width apart. Let's engage in a horse stance. My knees are bent. I'm gonna roll my hips forward. Arms are going to come out to the side, loose. Spine, back, tall. If there's a string at the top of my head and someone's pulling and keeping it all straight. Just breathe into it. Noticing the sensations that you feel in the body. Gently rocking onto the balls of the feet and back to the heels. Balls of the feet representing the heart and fire. The heels representing the coolness of the kidneys and water. These two great organs that balance each other out. Fire that fuels our passion. All that coolness in that water restores and renourishes. Let's drop our hands down. We're going to open up the hips and the spine by just doing some spirals, some hip rotations. In yoga, we call them torso spirals. So hip rotations, slowly, intentionally. And pause. Let's go in the other direction. some shoulder rolls, starting with the shoulders going back. And let's go forward, expanding the shoulder blades apart. Bring the hands down and move into some neck stretches. We're going to take our hands out and gather in front of us and tuck under. Again, let's gather in front of us and tuck under. One more. And now bring the left ear down to the left shoulder. Let's go up and over to the right. Bring the head up and drop the arms down. Now we're going to gather behind, arms forward. Gather behind, forward. And behind, arms reaching out. Start with the right ear to the right shoulder. And bringing the left ear to the left shoulder. Head back up and drop the arms down. All right, let's move into some purging. Get rid of anything we've collected throughout the week that does not serve us. We're going to do drudging the channels today, so we'll start at the feet. Coming up, crossing over the belly, bringing them under the arms and the armpits, and release. Outside of the arms, over the head, and back down. Back up. Under the arms. One more. Good. All right. We're going to do some work on the lungs today. We're just slowly doing some of the doused 5 yin exercises. Today we're going to start with the lungs. And before we do that, let's open up the lungs with just an easy acupressure point. So if you follow the curvature of your shoulder, down into this portion of the chest, which just so happens to be where my little ghost is. This is an acupressure point for the lungs. And you can find that on the other side. And so what we're going to actually do is crisscross and take a moment and feel. Typically on me, this point is tender. But if you're not sure, just use 3 fingers placed over there and applying some gentle pressure. And breathing into it. Opening that lung meridian, energetic pathway. Its complement is the large intestine. This meridian starts in the chest, starts actually very close to this point. This is known as lung 2, so couldn't get much closer than lung 1. And then it runs down at the arms. Good. And then we're just going to do one more. We're going to actually push our thumb into that fatty piece of part of our hand. So let's see if you can see. So right here, this fleshy part of my hand, I'm just gonna push and hold there. Once again, feel around, listen to your body, see what feels good to you. Just hold and breathe through. And let's move to the other side. Pushing, feeling for a little bit. Just allowing your thumb to melt in to that part of the hand. Taking notice of what you may be feeling in the arms, the chest. All right, since it's heavy allergy season, that's what I have been experiencing, on top of the fact that we have illness going by, strengthening the lungs is always just a really great thing. So we're gonna combine our doused lung, yin lung exercise with a healing sound exercise so that we're purging and tonifying. So first off, with the breath, we're going to just take a moment, close our eyes, feel the breath as it enters the body, and imagine as you're breathing in that it's a bright white light that's filling the lungs. And then as you exhale out, it's going to be pushing out, releasing anything from the lungs that does not serve. So as this white light comes in, healing and nourishing, it's going to say, hey, this stuff you do not need, this does not serve you, and you're going to release that. We're going to do that with a sound, which is the shh sound. Okay, so inhaling white light. Let's do another one. going to incorporate the arms from the Taoisean. Arms come up to the chest. We'll have this whole motion of pushing out, flipping, and gathering in. I also sometimes like to switch and have my hands actually facing my chest and pushing out during this exercise. So inhale in that white light, filling the lungs. Flip and exhale out. Again. Three more. Now I'm going to invite you to bring your hands back up, hitting the lung 2 point that we found when we crossed over. Just to further drain this meridian. Feel around for any tenderness there. Making sure if you find any, not to push too hard, but just rest there and melt there. Move into regulation. And take our right hand and lift it up towards the sky. Left hand here by the earth. Feel connected to the energy of the earth. Feel connected to the energy of the sky. And slowly begin to pull them in through the body and rotating out. Coming back around, gathering, bringing it in. One more time, gathering. Then allow the hands to rest at their original positions. Bring the hands down through the body. Going to reach and put our left hand up towards the sky. Right hand towards the earth, feeling connectedness, and then bringing that through the body, rotating now in the other direction. This next rotation, allow the hands to stop with the left towards the sky, right towards the earth. Bring it through the body. Returning our hands to their original places, right to the sky, left to the earth. Feel a sense of being grounded yet connected. And take a moment to invite these energetic sources to remain open as you go through the day, so that today can be truly a time of nourishment, not pulling from your reserves, but allowing the earth and the sky to nourish you as well. Bring the hands to meet down to the lower dantian, front of the lower abdomen. And let's close with 3 pulling down the heavens. Final one. Sealing our practice the way that we began in that horse stance with the hips rolled forward, arms out, loose, tall. Taking a few breaths. This is the conclusion of our practice. If you want to hang out in this posture a little bit, please go ahead and do so. If you need to go, you can go. So good. All right. Thank you for joining me. And if you're interested, on Monday, watch. I'll be getting ready to share some of those events for 7 a.m. It'll be a 10 to 15 minute practice, not meant to be super long. You can do it wearing whatever. I know I'm always dressed bummy on Fridays because it's my work from home day. But I usually do my practice when I'm dressed for work. In fact, I always make the comment that with my curly hair, it's the best blow dryer ever when you heat your head with Qi. It makes really beautiful curls. And I attribute a lot of my curly hair success to Qigong. So I hope you enjoy this practice. Have an incredible day. And I'll see you next week, hopefully in some capacity. Bye.